Welcome to our 100th episode. It's a big week and we've got a lot to cover, so let's get to it. It's government shutdown party time, and that means it's time for some Republicans to appear to be up in arms about the massive deficit increase created by former President Trump, blame it on Biden, but actually be more interested in hurting the economy and blaming that on Biden so they can call him weak on the economy during an election year. And so a government shutdown will most likely be triggered on October 1st because some Republicans are throwing a tantrum. We continue to be grateful to not be Kevin McCarthy, whose balls are in a vice grip, as he must choose to either do the right thing for the entire country or keep his job as Matt Gaetz's personal whipping boy. Tough decision! Speaking of those two, Kevin McCarthy and Matt Gaetz were apparently fighting behind closed doors. Gaetz accused McCarthy of paying for ads that make him look bad, to which McCarthy indicated that Gaetz wasn't important enough for him to mess with. What a happy, functional, normal party that is. Wondering what the heck the House has been up to as the clock ticks by on the government shutdown? Well, they've kicked off Joe Biden's impeachment inquiry. It's clear that this is the perfect week to do that.
We're 62 hours away from shutting down the government of the United States of America, and Republicans are launching an impeachment drive based on a long debunked and discredited lie.
So far, all the witnesses that Republicans have called have said there's not enough evidence to impeach, so this is a great use of everyone's time. But there's an even more important issue that has commanded the House's attention this week, something vital to national security, something that speaks to the very soul of our nation: chocolate milk. Yes, GOP Representative Tom Tiffany spent his time in the House this week defending chocolate milk in school lunches. He even made a cute little poster about it. The shutdown is also expected to take a backseat to Republican debate over whether plain or peanut M&Ms taste better. Important stuff! As of this recording, we're still headed for a shutdown, but we genuinely hope a miracle happens in time. Maybe Matt Gaetz's heart will grow 3 sizes, or Kevin McCarthy will decide to do the right thing after all. If there's one thing we learned from Marjorie Taylor Greene showing Hunter Biden's dick pics in Congress, it's that anything can happen, whether you like it or not. The second Republican possible vice presidential candidate debate was this week, and to participate, candidates had to be a not-winning person whose name was recognized by at least 50,000 people. The winner of the debate has a shot at being Trump's running mate, which is a great role if you enjoy cognitive dissonance. One of the moderators was from Univision and had to be rescued by Dana Perino after several candidates tried to bus her to a sanctuary city. There were 3 interesting moments during the debate. First of all, Nikki Haley gave Vivek Ramaswamy the ultimate burn.
I honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say.
Funny, that's how I felt after watching this debate. Also slightly nauseated. Then Chris Christie decided to try his hand at a Trump-style nickname, and hoo boy, did that not go well.
You're ducking these things. And let me tell you what's going to happen. You keep doing that, no one up here is going to call you Donald Trump anymore. We're going to call you Donald Duck.
I've seen elementary school playground bullies come up with better nicknames, Chris. Next time, call Trevor. But the pièce de résistance was when Mike Pence talked about his sex life.
My wife isn't a member of the teachers union, but I got to admit I've been sleeping with a teacher for 38 years. And
Ew, the last thing I want to think about is Mike Pence's sex life. Too many nipple clamps. Ugh. But despite those spicy bits, the debate was mostly boring beyond belief, and organizers are already hard at work on plans to make the next one more interesting by filling the debate hall with angry hornets. The judge in Trump's Georgia RICO trial has decided to keep the identities of jurors a secret, citing concerns over their safety. Trump's legal team has tried everything to prevent this decision, including what lawyers call the reverse Scooby, where they assert that without making the jurors' identities public, we can't be sure they aren't actually ghosts in disguise. Donald Trump went to a gun store and one of his advisors said he bought a gun there. Then his lawyers melted down like styrofoam in a microwave, and then another advisor said, "Haha, JK, he was just looking at it, he definitely didn't buy it. No further questions, okay, bye." You see, Trump is not allowed to buy guns because he's under felony indictment. So in the most perfect of perfectly full circles, Trump and Hunter Biden both cannot purchase a gun for the same reason. Nature really is healing. Hunter Biden would like some goddamn privacy, please. In addition to suing the IRS for violating his privacy, he's now suing Rudy Giuliani for accessing and sharing his personal data. Rudy Giuliani responded by saying, "Yes! Just a few more lawsuits and I'll have as many cases against me as Trump does, and then I'll win the bet." I also want Hunter Biden to have some privacy, specifically from Marjorie Taylor Greene, so she can't show his dick pics in Congress.
Here's what I found out this week. There is a website, you may or may not have heard about it, called Pornhub.
Oh shit, congressional hearings are about to get way more freaky-deaky. Folks, to celebrate our 100th episode, consider donating to us in multiples of 100 at our Ko-Fi. Could be 100 pennies or it could be $100 trillion. We have a slight preference for the latter, but we will take anything you're up for giving. You can also buy some merch from our store or join our Patreon. Clickable links are in the description below. Thank you! Senator Bob Menendez is being treated so unfairly right now. The federal indictment against him says that he took bribes, acted on behalf of the Egyptian government, and hid away suspicious amounts of cash and gold bars around his house. But come on, those are just his emotional support gold bars. And can any of you honestly say that you don't have little stashes of cash and gold laying around? You know, $50 in the Quaker Oats, $100 in the pocket of a fancy coat, $500,000 divided between a few suspicious envelopes from the Egyptian consulate? We all do it! Apparently, after receiving the gold bars, Bob Menendez did a Google search for how much they're worth. And buddy, take it from someone who knows her way around a bribe, okay? Rule number 1 is to figure out how much the bribe is actually worth. If someone says they'll give you a gallon of laudanum, a bushel of peas, and a Dinky the Dodo Bird Beanie Baby, you need to do some Google searches before you shake hands on that bribe. In an absolutely masterful bit of timing, Bob Menendez's son, Rob, who is a House representative, announced he was running for re-election right after the scandal with his dad blew up. Buddy, you couldn't give that announcement just a few weeks? Maybe let this whole thing with your dad breathe for just half a second before you go remind everyone that y'all are related and he's the guy that taught you everything you know? Wondering why your rug is wet? It's because White House whistleblower Cassidy Hutchinson has spilled the tea in her new book. Among her claims is that Rudy Giuliani groped her on January 6th, that sounds very true, that Mark Meadows burned documents in his fireplace at work, love a good work fireplace, and that Kimberly Guilfoyle was seeking a pardon for her gynecologist. How wrong does a pap smear have to go that you'd need a presidential pardon for it? The Supreme Court told Alabama to stop disenfranchising black voters. Then Alabama was like, okay, got it. What if we read you our electoral map this way? And the Supreme Court was like, this is literally the exact same map. Quit being racist pieces of shit, Alabama. I mean, we admire the tenacity and all, but enough!
Hi, Andrea, and the rest of the crew. I just want to say congrats on reaching 100 videos. And if my knowledge of American history is anything to go by, that's one for every month America's been around, right? It's been a genuine pleasure hosting a very special relationship with you. I wish you all the luck, and seeing your channel blow up like this is fantastic to watch. Here's to the next 100. Anyway, I'm going to go out and celebrate in true US fashion by going out into the yard and shooting some hamburgers. Take care.
Let's do a quick update on some of the strikes happening right now. An agreement has been reached in the writer's strike. The writers declined to use any adjectives to describe their feelings about the deal until they get back pay. The United Auto Workers Union is definitely still on strike, and to support them, Joe Biden flew out to join the picket line. And you gotta admit, no one does transportation-related folksy working man stuff quite like Biden. Look at him out there with his performance fleece and his bullhorn, just sticking it to the man. He will high-five an F-150 if you let him. Travis Kelce, a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, and Taylor Swift, the commander of a mighty army, are now a love thing, and the winner is the NFL. Swifties are buying up football merch, watching games online, and experiencing all the feels that come with scoring. And, oh, this just in, they've already broken up. Taylor Swift's song about it will be hitting the airwaves in 10 minutes. And it's a banger. An American soldier who ran into North Korea is very happy to be home. Apparently, the nachos in North Korea are not nearly as good as they are here in the States. Huge surprise.
Austin, Sober October is around the corner. Can you make me a mocktail?
Can I ever? I am going to make you a floral mocktail. It is the latest and greatest of things. We're going to start off with a little limeade. It's a great base for this sort of thing. All right. And how about a little bit of rose water? How's that sound to you?
Sounds good. Oh, Austin, I am freaking out about this government shutdown thing. Even if they do get it solved at the last minute, it's just going to happen again.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Why don't we add a little calming lavender too? Just for you, a little kick, just a drop. That's gonna help take the edge off this October. You don't have to watch so much news.
Oh no! It's another poll showing that Trump and Biden are neck and neck.
Oh God. Okay. Hey, you know what? I hate to hear that. I don't normally do this, but we're gonna throw in some Tums too. We're gonna need that. We're gonna really, really need that.
Oh my God!
What is it now?
This is awful!
What are we looking at? You're freaking me out.
It's Brooks Koepka's haircut. Look!
Oh, holy shit. Okay. You know what? We're gonna go at this dry October with just a little bit more vodka than we'd originally planned on. Your son, to take the edge off.
Yeah. I think that's the best, Austin. I think that's for the best. Cheers to 100 episodes.
Osiris Rex, an asteroid collection mission from NASA, dropped off its baby at daycare and then continued to its second job, like a true American. That's right, NASA scooped up a chunk of asteroid and brought it back for us to ooh and ah over. Renamed Osiris Apex for its new mission, it now serves a double purpose for mining a new asteroid and dunking on SpaceX, which is currently grounded for blowing up sea turtles or something. Folks, this is the most important news story of this entire episode, so buckle the fuck up. Blue Origin, the SpaceX competitor, has named Dave Limp as its new CEO. Just a recap, his last name is Limp, and this is the product he's selling. Guys, you're supposed to let us write the jokes. The 33rd annual Ig Nobel Prizes have gone out. This year's winners include a team that used cadavers to count nostril hairs and a team that studied the sexual activity of anchovies. As you can tell, these are awarded to experts who know a lot about science and a whole lot more about writing a grant proposal. A woman had to be rescued from an outhouse after she fell in while trying to retrieve her Apple Watch. The first responder that was sent in to get her is notoriously bad at rock, paper, scissors. And finally tonight, an Australian man was fined after taking his python surfing. Wildlife officers were afraid the python would scare away the abnormally large spiders. Australia, I love you, but I'm also scared of you. That wraps up our 100th episode. I've heard from several people that we brighten their day during tough times, and that is why we do what we do. Thank you for letting us do that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for donating. Thank you for commenting and liking and sharing and showing up week after week to be here with us. We love you, and we mean it. Now go celebrate.
We got this.
Let's do it one more time.
Yeah,
Very close.
I'm halfway through this. Applejack, by the way. I'm making a bit of a dent on it.
The more cakes we get, the better it's gonna get.
Are you drinking actual alcohol out of that?
Oh yeah.
There's no way to know.
Ooh.
My calorie counter is going to give me such a fucking look.
I promise you no one's paying attention to what the fuck you're doing, Austin. I swear, they're not.
I appreciate that. That's all.
If they're paying attention to your lavender, you're doing something wrong.
Jen, have you given any more thought to that buddy cop movie script I sent you?